Welcome to the Afterspin, opinions from thought leaders in our state. I want to ask Connie Wilson and Chris Fitzsimon, in the recent two-day special session of the legislature, there was a last-minute proposal to put a constitutional amendment to the voters next year that would shorten judicial terms from either 4 or 8 years to just 2 beginning next year. What's your reaction to this proposal, Connie?
Well, at first I laughed because I thought, well, I can see them sitting around in a room saying, well, we have to run every 2 years. Why don't we make them run every 2 years? And also from the flip side, the complaints were, well, this is so much for us. And well, we need to make sure people have the right to vote for us. And like, well, we're going to give you them the right every 2 years. So I do think this is really a work in progress. This week, Senator Berger appointed a Senate Select Committee. Senator Bishop, Senator Daniel are co-chairs of that. You've got Republicans and Democrats on it. They're going to keep working on this. Yeah,
the Senate seems a little less enthusiastic about some of these judicial reforms, don't they?
Well, they have their view of judicial reform that they like, and I think it's more the merit-based perspective. But they still have it as a January issue to discuss. They both have select committees working on it, and so there's going to be more public hearings about this. So
Chris, Chief Justice Mark Martin last week said he thought this was a horrible idea, putting the judges in the situations where they're having to be running every 2 years. They're constantly going to be campaigning.
And remember, this would end the term of every judge and justice in North Carolina at the end of 2018. Mark Martin said it would disrupt the administration of justice. NC Spin panelist Bob Orr said it was repugnant, one of the words he used. I think this is one of the more embarrassing episodes we've had in a long time. This isn't some crazy out of the mainstream lawmaker. This is Senate Rules Chair Bill Rabin literally introducing a bill which would devastate the third branch of government by turning every judge into a politician running every 2 years. I don't know. It's unbelievable how ridiculous this proposal is, and it might not be serious. It might be a.
And that's not just district judges.
That's all judges. District judges, Supreme Court. No state in the country elects Supreme Court justices every 2 years. You can't have a court system where the judges are politicians, and that's what this would make it. That's why you see Bob Orr and Mark Martin and a lot of other people speaking out.
So, final question on this subject. We know that the people do not want to give up their right to vote, even though they don't know who they're voting for in these judicial elections. Don't want to give up the right to vote. But if this constitutional amendment was put on the ballot, would they vote for it or not? Connie, would they pass it?
You mean where they would give up their right to vote?
No. Every 2 years.
Every 2 years? They might go for it. I'm telling you, people like to keep their politicians, which they included a judge as a politician, close to them, and they want to make sure they don't make much money. Those are the two things about it.
But you just said one thing that is concerning. Judges aren't supposed to be politicians, are they?
Well, but we've always had them elected. I mean, that's
we've had them elected 8 years in staggered terms, so the court is always different, and you don't have wholesale changes. Civitas did a poll last year that showed that people would support it. I think this is such a ridiculous, radical proposal that you would have Republicans and Democrats, former judges, current judges, the business community. I would hope everybody would come out against it. I don't think it would pass.
You don't think it would pass? Interesting. Well, we may have an opportunity.
Well, and I will say this, I don't think you'll see it coming out of the General Assembly.
All right. Well, thank you for watching the Afterspin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.